Good evening. It is Sunday, the 20th of November. So, 10 days and it's December. Yes, start of Christmas. I don't mind Christmas songs on the 1st of December. In tonight's
Don't be a
show,
Grinch.
well, I was just about to introduce. We do have Emmy on the show tonight. Good evening, Emmy.
Good evening.
In tonight's show, you do have news headlines, pick of the day, Emily's kitchen, and also food talk with Emmy, and your food finds. So again, a compact show with some good discussions and debates, hopefully, and bits that you guys want. Um, so I've just been asked in the Twos Lives group, what's the Twos Lives group about? Well, it is a group for the live shows that we do on Facebook and YouTube. So I will also reply in the Twos Lives group a bit later on. But that's what the Twos Lives for. It's to interact with the show while we're live, because we can't get the comments until after the show through YouTube or Facebook. So, which is why we do it this way. So moving on to the news headlines, there is a few tonight, to be fair. I've got a COVID update for you. So today's cases is 40,004, which is up by 9.4%. The deaths are 61, which are down by 5.9%. And hospitalised with COVID is 881, which is also down minus 4.7%. So the deaths and the hospitalisations down. What do you reckon on those figures, Emmy?
Yeah, it's great that the cases are up, but the most important ones are down. So hopefully that trend will continue and they'll stay down.
Yes, definitely. Which, as you said, it's the cases going up, which isn't good. But yes, not. I suppose it does show that the vaccinations are working. So, because they did say from the start the vaccinations wasn't going to cure it; it would just stop people from going to hospital and dying from it. So,
yeah.
A couple of sports headlines with today's. Solskjaer sacked by Man United over the Watford win yesterday. Also,
what happened?
Watford, if I remember rightly, beat Man United 4-1.
Not the worst outcome, is it?
So I wouldn't say it's the worst outcome, but
Watford not a very good team.
well, Watford got from, if I remember rightly, Watford is one of the teams that got promoted from last season from the Championship up into the Premiership.
Okay.
So, but he's had a few loses recently. And also, sporting history was made last night because Fallon Sharrock, the female darts player, is the first female to get into the quarter-final of the Grand Slam of darts. And to be fair, she put a bloody good match up against Peter Wright last night. It ended up being 16-13. So, and in all fairness, he didn't actually celebrate as much as he did after the match. Well, he was probably knackered because she made him almost go to the full length of the match. So, yeah. But no, it was
That's what you need.
Exactly. It
Need
was
a woman to make you work for it.
So it was a good match. A second night of riots over new lockdown rules broke out in several cities in the Netherlands on Saturday, a day after police opened fire on protesters in Rotterdam. So yeah, what's your opinion on that one, Emmy?
Do we know what the restrictions are?
I haven't yet, but I will look into that one and get back to you.
Because am I right in thinking the Netherlands has been one of those places that have done sort of month lockdowns here and there, sort of periodically?
I think you're correct on that one. Yes.
Uh, there's no good protesting about it, to be fair.
I was going to say protest about it, fair enough, but rioting, I think that's going a bit far.
It is, yes.
I wonder if they're social distancing at the same time.
Guessing not.
So, and there's also going to be a BBC documentary to air on Monday night to detail the media briefing war between Prince Harry and Prince William. So that could be an interesting documentary. I'm not sure personally on this one. I don't know. It's again, does it really need to be in the media light? It's a war between brothers. What's your opinion on that one?
Well, like you say, they are very public figures, obviously, members of the royal family, but at the end of the day, they are family, and anything between them, yeah, I wouldn't say that's public interest. I think it should be kept, private between them.
I do, personally. It's like if me and my sister were having a fight, it wouldn't go all over the TV, so why should it between them, to be fair? I know they're public figures, but...
I don't know, you could put it all over Facebook.
Well, this is very true, yeah, I could, but... but no, so that's the headlines for this evening, which they're not too much about COVID tonight. There is one thing I will actually add to that as well. The taxi driver from last week's bombing spoke out today. He turned around and said he's glad to be alive. It could have been a worse outcome. And he's actually asked for the media to stay away from him because he needs to get over it physically as well as mentally. So, that's a fair comment.
Yeah, I'm with him on that one.
Yeah.
I think he should give his version of accounts to the police. The police do get the statement on his behalf, and from there, I think he should be left, to his sort of own privacy.
Yeah. He said he's got a very long road to recovery. So it's
this is the thing. Some people deal well with media attention, don't they? And other people they don't want it at all.
No, exactly. And he obviously doesn't want it, and he's asked for them to actually respect his wishes on that one. So we will see if they do, because I would hope they do, but I think there'll be some that don't.
I'm sure there will be.
Yes. So out and about. Well, I've decided tonight we've not done an out and about section. We're going to go back in history with some of the shops that used to be on your high street that just a bit of see if you remember any of them. So the first one was Athena. This is where all your pocket money went. Posters, watches, Man and Baby. Need we say more? Do you remember Athena?
Man and Baby?
Yeah, I know, Man and Baby. I don't know. I think it's because it was a mixture of everything, to be fair.
To be fair, I've never heard of it.
No, so I bet there's a few people out there that have heard of it. The second one was Ravel. Ravel is where you went for posh shoes for posh do's, apparently.
I do remember. I've never been into one myself.
So
depends when they shut down.
I think Ravel shut down in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I probably wasn't old enough then to be getting posh shoes with posh shoes.
No. Madhouse. Now, I do remember Madhouse. I have bought a few clothes in Madhouse. It was down the dodgy end of Oxford Street. I didn't actually realise there was a dodgy end of Oxford Street, but there you go.
Well, that says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah, and the place to get your Pepe jeans and your Fruit of the Loom jumpers. So,
Oh, not Fruit of the Loom.
but yeah, no, I did get a few shirts from Madhouse, I will admit. And then Tammy, or Tammy Gal, too old for M&S kids, but too young for Morgan. Welcome to Tammy Gal, the store of your preteen dreams, apparently.
I can pretty much say this. Summed up my wardrobe from about the age 9 to 13. Yep, I still love going into Tammy.
Was it more of just a girls' shop then? I'll take it, because
It was, because you had E-Town, which was the ladies' wear,
yeah,
and then you had Tammy, which was their children's teenage range.
So yeah, no, I was going to say, because I know, I wasn't sure whether it was a sort of all kids' clothes or just specifically for girls. And then Blockbusters. I remember Blockbusters. Yes, they never had the video you wanted, and you racked up enough late fines for a deposit on a 2-bed flat, but still you really miss them on a Sunday night when there's nothing on the telly. I didn't really get it for videos, but I used to hire a lot of games from there.
I've never been into one.
No, fair enough.
Well, the closest one to me was in Inverness, so
Yeah, I suppose
that's an hour's round trip to get there of an evening to rent a video.
Yeah,
Used to get ours out of the shop in the village.
Oh, fair enough. I've got to admit, the one in Canterbury wasn't that far, to be fair. So, and then Whittard Coffee, or Whittard, the whole shop dedicated to tea and coffee. I didn't actually realise until last year that they'd all shut down. If I'm honest, I thought there was still a few about, but apparently not. It's only online now.
No, I hadn't realised they'd shut down either, because certainly last time we was really out and about, which I guess was probably up until last year, a fairly certain Whittards were about.
Yeah, so it's interesting because I know, I wonder if they are in certain areas or have gone just completely.
I'll have to find out.
Because
they're still going up here.
Because I know, for instance, one of the shops, HMV, they've closed a lot of their stores down. But they're still open in Canterbury.
We're still open in Inverness as well.
So I think it's in certain areas again with those. The next shop on the list was C&A. This is where your mum used to drag you kicking and screaming to get your vests, pop socks and school coats. It wasn't cool, but now when you see them on mainland Europe, you feel kind of jealous that they still have them and we don't. Do you feel jealous that they have them and we don't?
I vaguely remember C&A, but it closed when I was quite young. The one in Inverness, anyway.
Yeah,
so I have been in it, but it became an X store.
Yeah, I was going to say the C&A we had in Canterbury is now a Wilko's, and I prefer Wilko's to C&A, so it's all good. And then Our Price. You probably bought your first single here. Chances are it was on tape, and in the intervening years, you realise that the B-side is actually way better than the A-side. Yep, I remember Our Price. It was just inside the town centre in Canterbury. So there probably would have been one in Inverness.
Oh, I don't know. I bought my first single in Woolworths.
Was it tape or CD?
Come on, give me some credit. How old do you think I
am? And the last shop is Tandy for all those gadgets you didn't really need. So, yep, I agree on that. Tandy was quite a big gadget shop, and it left. I know Tandy got bought out by Maplin's, and then Maplin's went into administration. Must have been about 4 or 5 years ago. So, yes, it's. But I know one of the shops that weren't on the list, which I'm very surprised it wasn't, but I know it is coming back next year, was Woolworths.
Cool.
Apparently they're opening their first store in February 2022, as long as it all goes through. So that does look quite promising. So
It'll be interesting to see how they rebranded themselves.
yes, it will be. Definitely on that one. So, and there was another shop coming back, and I know I said about it. I can't think what the other shop was now. Toys R Us are coming back as well.
Right.
So, but they haven't. It's not been that long since they've gone, really. To be fair. So yeah, so that's the shops that are coming back to the high street, or the shops that were on the high street, and some of the ones that are coming back. So what's happening on the world of Socialite? Well, tonight we do have the start of I'm a Celebrity. That will be live on Discord from 9 o'clock, or just before 9 o'clock, and it will be for the next 3 weeks as long as we've got enough participation. So I reckon that will.
That means get yourself on there.
It does, yes. So, and so some of the things that we normally would do on Discord over the next 3 weeks probably won't be happening due to the fact of being Honest 11. Like I said, I'm going to be on there every night from 9 p.m. So we will play that one by ear. Also, this Wednesday will be the second Parents' Coffee Morning being held. Because we did say we're going to be holding that on the last Wednesday of every month. So hopefully we will see some of the parents at the coffee morning. So yeah, that will be good as well. Have you got
parents, grandparents, step parents,
prospective parents?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're trying to think of the last one.
No, I completely forgot to include prospective parents, to be fair.
So, the topic of the day today that went out is if you could have any animal in the world as a pet, what would it be? So what was yours, Emmy?
Mine would have to be a unicorn and it would have to be pink.
Fair enough, yep. And Sarah's was a phoenix. I'm trying to think what animal a phoenix is, or what is it? That's the cat family, isn't it?
No, it's another mythical creature, it's a bird.
Oh, is it? Oh, fair enough.
The one that bursts into flames and then kind of gets born again.
Oh, okay. An animal that bursts into flames. That's, yeah, interesting.
I don't know, I'm sure you wish there were some people that would just sort of burst into flames at times, but...
Oh, yes. So TV picks for tomorrow. There wasn't actually a lot on for tomorrow. I know you've got I'm a Celeb at 9. Coronation Street. So something must be happening in Coronation Street this week because that's in the TV picks. And The Outlaws at 9 p.m. on BBC One. So I know you like the dramas. Have you seen The Outlaws?
I have, yeah. It's kind of about this group of various different people, and they all sort of meet through community service.
Oh, right.
And sort of, we get a bit of their backstories, and then there's a sort of plot going on at the moment where they're all getting involved in various different parts and things. So it is quite funny.
It sounds it. So, but then they said on ITV you got I'm a Celebrity, so it's going to be an interesting one. Whichever one you don't watch, put it on catch up. Simple. So
Or record it.
Or record it. Yep. The show quiz question for yesterday was: what was the capital of Hawaii? It was Honolulu, and I know Nick and Emmy got that one. I haven't checked the page to see if anybody else has at the moment, but I know Nick private messaged me last night. So, and tonight is who wrote Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and that will be going out on the page at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning.
I don't know if I can answer that one.
So it's so what I am doing is the question I put on the show tonight, it goes out on the page tomorrow, and that's how it will carry on. So that is that side, and there is a new alphabet game starting on the page tomorrow as well, and it is, I know tomorrow's one. What computer games can you remember or know beginning with A? So be interesting to see what computer games come up on that one, to be fair. And while we're talking about computer games, don't forget we do have a group called Two's Gamers. So if you are interested, comment below and you're more than welcome to come and join it. Tonight's debate. This is something I saw again online like I did yesterday. And it's quite an interesting but also, I suppose, disturbing fact. It said generation lockdown. Young people face a mental health emergency during the lockdown. We must act now. Young people aged between 12 and 19, the cases in mental health rose by 59.6%. That's quite, I'm not sure on the actual figure, so I will find out what the actual figure of that is, but that is quite a high rise. But I do understand it. What's your opinion on that one, Emmy?
Yeah, it is a steep rise, and mental health, certainly their waiting times have been really long, and a lot's been said about that in the past, about people having to wait a year and a half for an appointment within mental health services. So it would be interesting to see how high the actual figure is now. But it's terrible.
I will follow this. I won't put a new debate up tomorrow, but what I will try and find out some more information about this one.
I'm wondering if it's that age group because of social media.
It could be, yes.
Where everyone was forced online. And we know there's a massive problem with sort of cyberbullying.
Yeah.
Anyway, has that just been exacerbated through lockdown and got nothing else to do and everyone's online, so.
And we know there's quite, to be fair, we know there are some keyboard warriors out there. I know a couple of the people that I follow, the amount of keyboard warriors they get, it is unbelievable. But they actually find personally, they find it quite amusing and use it as content to go back at them, and it sort of, for them, their haters actually help them out, if that makes sense.
Sometimes that's the only way you can deal with it, though, isn't it? To turn it round and kind of throw it back on the people that are after you.
It is, yes. So, but yeah, no, I will keep this debate up, and I will try and find out as much information on mental health this week, and we will add to it each day throughout this week, actually, and see what other information we can find out about mental health, because we know it's a big issue, and I think it is one that we can actually bring up and actually put in and see what help we can get people, even if I can find some numbers for people to phone. If we can help, we will. So I will add to that one, I think, throughout the week.
I think it's not just kids, though. I think a lot of people of any age have been affected quite badly through lockdown.
It is. I know that was the one that I saw today. But what I might do is actually see if I can find other age brackets and see what the increase on that was. because I think, if I'm honest, I know that one was a raise by 59 or a rose by 59.6%. I think it'll be older in the elderly, to be fair, because they're not used to the internet.
Quite possibly, yeah.
So they would have been pushed onto the internet and have to do this, have to do that. And I bet that could be quite daunting as well, looking at it from both ends of the sort of table. And I know also within the, for instance, within the visually impaired world, the amount of trouble they had trying to get an online slot for shopping, that was quite bad as well. The amount of times I heard that. So it is quite a big subject, really. So yeah, we will increase on this subject, I think. Food fines. Now, this morning I didn't think we were going to have that many, but I ended up finding a few more this afternoon, which was good. The first one, a cheese advent calendar. Now, personally, I'm not sure on this one. I love my cheese, but would I really want a cheese advent calendar?
Yeah.
M&S are doing this one. So it's, if you want a cheese advent calendar, head to M&S.
I'd be worried in case it had. I love cheese. It's got to be sort of cheddar. I don't like any other cheese.
Well, it is. It does say I'm dreaming of a cheddar cheese mousse. So
Cheddar cheese. What about the crackers?
You probably have to buy them separately, to be fair. So the next find was, it's called Glitterberry, and it's a new one from J2O for Christmas, and it's basically a glitter version of J2O. Sounds quite interesting.
I don't really like J2O, but it sounds pretty. It's sparkly, we're all for it.
Grape, cherry, and I can't see what the last flavour is, to be fair. So,
I suppose it tends not to go near it because it's fruit juice.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that one's quite a good one. And the next one, reindeer yum nuts. So, reindeer yum nuts. M&S are doing this year.
What is a reindeer yum nut?
It's a reindeer yum nut. It's basically a biscuit. From what I can see, it's got like a nose, some eyes. It's in the shape of sort of like a love heart, but it's a ginger nut biscuit. So,
okay.
Yep, and they've named it reindeer yum nuts. So,
interesting.
And then Morrison's are doing Pink Lady apple and strawberry aid, and Mediterranean style lemonade with mint. Not sure on them ones, to be fair.
It's a soft drink.
Yes, it is their best range. Yes.
No, I think it's a soft drink.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said it was a posh drink. Sorry. And then Robinsons are doing blackberry, cranberry, and sloe squash. Now, I'm not sure personally what sloe is. So it says you can enjoy it hot or cold.
As far as I'm aware, sloe is a type of berry.
Oh, right, fair enough. I know.
Because you get slow gin.
Yeah, I know you get slow gin, but in your case, it's fast gin because it's not slow. It's not in the glass for that long.
Exactly.
Emily drops the bottles and causes a sort of earthquake up in the Highlands.
I said last night, I never enjoyed your gin.
So right, it is that time of the night. It's competition time, and it's the Abbey Road Beatles picture frame. The competition is live on the website www.theworldofsocialite.co.uk. Go to the Twos Live competition, and there's a question about the Beatles on there. Answer the question, and as long as it's correct, then you'll be in the quiz or in the competition, shall I say. It closes on the 30th of November, and we will be drawing it live on the 1st of December, live on the show, like we did with the Harry Potter diary. So that is all good. So in it to win it. Even if you don't want it for yourselves, it could be a good Christmas present for someone. So, and it is free to enter. So there's no harm there whatsoever. But it's, like I say, it is live on there now. And the gift ideas tonight is dolls for the little girls. What are the 5 best dolls at the moment?
Oh boy.
Oh, boys, yeah. So, in at number 5, you had Crybaby Magic Tears. And then in number 4 is Our Generation dolls. Well, I know there was one of the Our Generation dolls that went into the parents group not so long ago, and it had a doll with a guide dog. That was the Our Generation range. Baby Born was in at number 3, and Baby Annabelle at number 2. They've been around quite a few years now, to be fair, those two.
Yeah.
And not, I'm going to look into this in that number 1 because this is quite interesting. It's called Fail Fix.
Okay.
And from what I saw, it's when you first get the doll, the hair's everywhere, and you've got to sort of fix her up, and you shake. If you just shake the doll from the looking at it, and the pictures I saw of it, the hair just goes everywhere again, and you've got to sit there and do all the hair up again. Personally, I just
Oh, sorry. Is this toy encouraging people to shake babies?
Personally, I'd go and get the clippers. I'll sort that one.
I don't quite know what to say about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I know it is quite a mad one, really. Yeah, it is a strange thing, though. Why would you shake the doll? Strange.
Yeah.
I know.
Depends what it looks like, but all the other ones you mentioned, they're kind of like baby dolls, aren't they? So
Yes. It's like I know the Baby Born one that cries and that wets itself now and everything else. It's mad. It's.
I'm never a big fan of dolls like that. I had the Tiny Tears and Timmy Tears, but I prefer Barbie.
I was going to say, I know Barbie was quite a big brand. I don't know if it's as big as it used to be, but you used to have everything for the Barbie dolls, didn't you? You used to have camper vans, you used to have houses and everything.
Yes.
So, going on to who's going in the jungle tonight. I know I've gone through quite a few of them already, but You've got soap stars. You've got sport stars. Arlene Phillips from Strictly. Richard Madeley. So it is going to be quite interesting. As I said, come on Discord at just before 9 and come and watch who's going in. I will be live on there. So, and
I find it quite funny because you think, you hear the names and you think, oh, they're going to be really good when they get in there. Actually, they're completely bland. And
it's going to be interesting.
I've been like that.
Because it's like you've got Arlene Phillips and Richard Madeley.
I think they'll either get on really well or they could clash. Because
Yes.
Arlene's very outspoken.
And so is Richard Madeley. So, as you said, they're either going to get on or clash. And then you've got
Piers Morgan in the mix as well.
Yes, that could be quite amusing. And then you've got the Coronation Street, EastEnders, and Emmerdale in it this year. So that could be quite interesting as well. But I think we should get Emsa. Definitely, Emsa will be watching it probably because there's no need to watch the soaps. It's going to be in the one programme.
Exactly. Well, they kind of started it earlier in the month, didn't they, when they all sort of jumped into each other's soaps, so they're just continuing it.
That was quite mad, yes. But it was good how they did it. Like one created a website, and then another one saw the website.
Yeah.
So, from what I hear, it was quite a good way of doing it. And then I think one of them ended up in A&E and Casualty. So,
if that happened, then it's just.
Yeah, apparently Casualty was involved as well. So.
That would be the most entertaining bit.
Exactly. But I know we've mentioned it about EastEnders at Christmas because I know they are going ahead with their storyline. Which I personally, I know I was talking about it on Thursday night show or Friday night show. I know they like to cover current affairs or things that happen. Like I know, for instance, EastEnders covered premature babies, and I think Coronation Street did as well.
Yeah.
They've covered the cancer storyline, they've covered bullying, they've covered rape, but I personally feel EastEnders are going one step too far this time by covering a terrorist attack. I don't know. It's just my opinion, but
it's an interesting one because, normally the soaps, they kind of emulate real life, but it's more sort of things that could happen, kind of everyday type.
Yes.
I know we all sort of live in fear of a terrorist attack, and unfortunately they do happen. That was last week.
Last Sunday, yes.
But I might be wrong, but my kind of personal thought is they probably haven't got a budget or left for this year to refilm anything else, or not for sort of Christmas Day epic proportions.
Because I know when it happened on last Sunday, the producers all together, all the sort of managers and bosses of EastEnders got together on Monday and had a meeting to see whether they wanted to go ahead with the storyline or not, and they have. So, but BBC have had complaints as well about it. But
have they given any reasoning behind their decision?
I haven't seen one yet. So it's quite an interesting one, really. All right, moving on to the final part of the show, food news with Emmy.
Don't really have any species as such, apart from touched on the B word at the beginning of the show. So as of the 1st of December, there will be an entire month of Christmas themed recipes on the website.
That will be quite good. And hopefully some of you use the recipes for Christmas. It'd be good to see. We'll try and get our gallery up then, can't we?
Yeah.
Which would be good. And the recipe that went on today was simple jammy biscuits.
Exactly.
So, yeah, if anybody does do the jammy biscuits, I might actually give them a go next weekend. Who knows?
We still have the Bake Off challenge from last week.
Yes, we are going to push for that. The Bake Off challenge. Get people baking. Give us your pictures, and we'll put them onto the website for a competition.
Christmas is coming up. We need a star baker.
Oh yes. Even though Emmy's list is getting quite long for baking, there is.
Fucking have to start charging.
So, but that is it for this evening. Don't forget, guys, we are on Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and of course the website, theworldofsocialite.co.uk, where the Beatles competition is. And thank you for joining us this evening, Emmy.
No worries. Thank you for having me.